Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Claire and today we are talking about House of Dohwa. We are going to be diving into their product line. We're going to be talking about how I feel about them. I've been really giving them a good try and I'm just so excited to share my thoughts because I feel like this is like one of like the new brands that's like out on the market that I haven't heard too many people talk about, but I feel like they deserve like a massive shout out. So let's just dive right in. Today, I want to talk about House of Dohwa because they were one of the brands that I was actually starting to try out before I got pregnant or before I gave birth. And then after I gave birth, like I feel like there was just like a lot going on in my skin and I just kind of like gave my skin a minute. And as I was still trying these products, I was just like, hey, hold on, like I really like this stuff. So I just want to talk about it. Let's first actually start off with why rice. So we know that rice is like such a common type of ingredient in Asian skincare. Rice has so many benefits. Rice is an antioxidant. Rice can also help provide moisture. Rice can help strengthen the skin barrier, so on. But the thing is that's amazing about rice is that like I feel like there's so many different types of rice as well that you can use. Like there's like rice bran, there's like rice ceramides, like rice oils. And so being able to use rice in the right way, I think would really benefit each step of your skincare routine if that is something that works for you. So for me, my skin absolutely loves rice so much. And one of the first things I actually started trying out was the toner from House of Dohwa. And this is the one that I started trying out. This is, first of all, this is massive. And this is a 500 milliliter toner. And I just personally feel like 500 milliliters takes me like forever to get through. I've had past toners that came in like this massive bottle. And these massive bottles always took me like a solid like 6+ months to get through. And so I have been trying this, even though it looks like I've like gotten like no use out of it, but it's just like I personally love toners. And I feel like the great part about this toner is that certain types of toners are a little bit more watery and certain types of toners to me are going to be a little bit more moisturizing. And when I say that, I mean that like when you're rubbing everything into your skin, some of them are going to be just a little bit thicker, and so that may not work for all skin tones. But I generally have found that with this one, it is going to be so moisturizing without being thick that I can use a lot less of it. And so that's just kind of why it looks like I haven't used anything, but that's what I really enjoy about this toner. I'm gonna demonstrate for you guys just like kind of like the consistency on the back of my hand. Like you can see it comes out just like a watery toner would, and when I blend everything into my skin, it just feels so light, but I just somehow feel like my skin is immediately so much more moisturized, and it is literally just a toner. And I'm personally really obsessed with toners. And the way that I really like to use this is that you can use this as a first step in your skincare routine. Alternatively, the way that I've been using it is I like to actually layer this a lot in between some of the other toners that I use in my skincare routine. So I like to maybe like start with this as like the first step, and then I will be going in with other toners, other prepping serums, for example, and then I'm gonna go back in with this toner like at a later stage, because in Korean skincare there is the super famous 7 layers of toner exercise method. And the 7 layer of toner method basically just means like layer your face with 7 layers of toner and it'll make you feel so moisturized. And the trick with that is that you don't want to use a toner that's too thick. You don't want one that's too watery, because then it just doesn't really do much for you. And so that's actually why I really enjoyed this one, is because I feel like it's a right balance of giving your skin enough moisture without weighing it down, especially if you have oily skin. I still feel like this is going to be an amazing toner to kind of just give you like a little boost of that something extra without being too much. The second product that I tried out is that they have two different types, this is like 4. They have 2 different types of serums. This is House of Dohwa's Rice Bran Serum. House of Dohwa has 2 different lines. They have the Rice Bran line, which kind of comes in this kind of like clear-ish kind of packaging. with like the rice all over the front. And then they also have like the rice makgeolli line, which is basically like fermented rice. So fermented rice, fermented anything might not work for everyone. I personally have not had an issue with fermented things. I find that when it's the right kind of fermentation, my skin actually just like drinks it up. My skin actually really, really loves it. And so they also have the other serum, which is the fermented rice serum. And so between the two, the differences between that one and this one, it just kind of, to me, depends on one, if you like fermentation, and two, also like the texture of the serum that you prefer to have it in. This one, as you can see, it's almost done. I saved a little bit of it so I can demo for you guys, because I was just like, oh my gosh, I need to show you guys. And take it just a little bit. It's like so little, I can't even grab with the little spoolie. But as you can see, this one has a very watery, almost like watery like texture, and so this one is super, super light. And what I think once again is amazing about rice is that these things can be super light, but they can still moisturize your skin so well. And so again, like if you have oily skin and you're still in need of the hydration, because once again, oily skin does not mean that you necessarily have enough moisture in your skin. Something like this is going to be so amazing because it feels lightweight, but it's going to give you the antioxidants, it's going to give you the moisture, it's going to boost and strengthen your skin barrier, it's going to do all those amazing things. And so that's kind of like the difference between this serum versus the fermented one. The fermented one is going to be a lot thicker to me in the texture, and I believe it also has a nice niacinamide in it. And so I actually really enjoyed that one as like a nighttime serum. This one to me is just very universal. It is going to be great for all skin tones, all skin types, I mean. And it's going to be great for daytime and nighttime. And so however it is that you want to use this one, I feel like you're going to get a little bit more bang for your buck if you would like something that's going to be a bit more of kind of like a do-it-all kind of a serum. The fermented one is also really, really amazing, but you know, just kind of your mileage may vary depending on what it is that you like. If I keep looking to the side, it's because my baby's like right next to me and I have to like keep an eye on him. And maybe it's because he's my baby and so he like is used to me just like standing up here and talking about skincare to you guys, but like he absolutely loves it. Like I have like the bed on the side and he's like lying right here, he's just staring at me, and honestly, like I find it so hilarious. He can just sit there and like listen to me talk about skincare for like hours. Maybe not hours, but like he's like patient enough for me to go through my entire like 12-step skincare routine, and I just love it. I think it's absolutely hilarious. I'm filming this video and he's just there, he's just like thriving, he's just staring at me and thriving, and I love it. Okay, we need to talk about moisturizers. I'm so glad that I actually saved and I still have both of these moisturizers. I had first used up this moisturizer and I'm currently using up this moisturizer, and this is from their fermented makgeolli line, and this is obviously from the rice brand line. I'm going to demo for you guys the difference because once again, I saved a little bit of it so I can show you guys the texture. I'm trying to show you that it's empty. Saved it a little bit so I can show you the texture and feel of it. This is the Rice Brand Facial Moisturizer. And this one, oh my gosh, it is such a beautiful moisturizer. Okay, here's the thing with me and moisturizers. My moisturizers have to be able to layer very well on top of my, the rest of my skincare routine. So it can't pill, because I have a lot of steps in my skincare routine and the wrong types of moisturizers will pill and just like mess everything up. And so this one, first of all, already passes that test. Second of all, I kind of like a moisturizer that's like a little bit in between. What I've discovered is that like I like a moisturizer that's good enough for daytime, also good enough for nighttime if I want to use it by itself, but also light enough and layerable enough where if I wanted to add another night cream, if I wanted to add oils or anything like that, I can do that with. And so that is like one of my favorite things about this moisturizer in particular, is that it is just that perfect texture, that perfect consistency. And I've been searching to me for like a new perfect moisturizer for such a long time, because before I even got into Asian skincare, like my all-time favorite moisturizer since I've started playing with skincare like over 10 years ago was another form of moisturizer that is from one of the brands that I no longer use for a couple different reasons. But that one was also rice based, and I'd never been able to find another one that duplicated that one because I loved how it was thick enough but also light enough, layerable enough, and also just had the rice ingredient in it. And this one is just so perfect, and like I just cannot say enough good things about it. In comparison, this is the rice makgeolli moisturizer, and I'm not as deep into finishing this, but I've definitely used a lot, you guys, in case you guys can't tell. This one, just kind of like with the rest of the makgeolli line, is definitely going to be a little bit thicker. I've grabbed a little bit too much, so let me just like give it a fair demonstration. But it's going to be a little bit thicker. It still blends in really, really well. But as you guys can see, the texture and the consistency of it is just a little bit it's a little bit too much for me during the daytime right now, because my skin is no longer very dehydrated. I would say my skin is now more back to like a normal to dry kind of a situation. And so I can use this outside during the day, but I feel like I would just maybe skip a couple of my other steps. Like maybe I just like completely like skip like emulsions, for example, and you know, something like that. And so it's really, really nice texture. It blends out and layers so well with the rest of my skincare routine. Like I do not feel like, I'm just trying to compare the difference. Like if you guys can see, like one is not moisturized, one is like nicely moisturized. But this one is just a little bit thicker for me. And so right now during the summer, when it is just like a million degrees outside, I really, really love this for like an evening moisturizer, because it's gonna be like perfect amount of hydration and moisture for me. But that's just kind of like the comparison differences in between these two lines. And so depending on what it is that you like, I find them both to be amazing. I just find this one from the Rice brand line to just be the perfect like do it all kind of a moisturizer that I just feel like I've been lacking out in the market, and I'm just so glad I found it, and I'm absolutely 100% gonna be repurchasing this myself. Okay, kind of continuing on in like the layer in the like the steps of your skincare routine, we have to talk about their sunscreen. First of all, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it has kind of like this like paper packaging on the outside. When I first got it, I was so confused. I was like, wait, should I rip this? And I like actually like ripped a little bit of it before I was like, no, like don't just like randomly go ripping into things, like read the instructions. But basically what this says in the back, it says, by separating the paper and the cap, the last of the contents can be used for disposal. I am obviously nowhere close to being at like the last tube of it, but I find that to be so ingenious to really be able to like, okay, you can separate the cap, you can like really dig in there for all of like the rest of like the skincare in there, because like we know we always have that problem, especially when things are in tubes. Like we love tubes. Bless you. We love things in tubes, but like I sometimes feel like it's wasteful because I can't squeeze the last of it out. But anyways, this is their Rice brand sunscreen. This is obviously SPF 50 plus, PA plus, 4 pluses, which is exactly what we want. But anyway, so the Rice brand sunscreen, I'm going to read from the back. This is a moisturizing lotion type sunscreen made of rice bran extract that soothes and nourishes the skin. Okay. This sunscreen is thicker. I'm just going to put that out there right now. Some people don't necessarily like thicker, some people do. It is not so thick that it doesn't blend out, that it feels like American sunscreens, where everything pills. But as you can see, it is a little bit thicker. If you're the kind of person where you're just like, I do not want to have all of these different steps, like I can't be bothered. Honestly, this is the kind of sunscreen that is, to me, thick enough because it's moisturizing enough that you can use this as the one step and go during the daytime if you really will not be doing any other skincare steps. I also feel like if you're like me on the opposite end of the spectrum and you want to use like 12 products in your skincare routine morning and night, it still layers really, really well. And I keep going back to that because I feel like my entire theme of the entire House of Dohwa line is that it is formulated for every single type of skin type and every single type of routine that you might want to use. So it doesn't matter if you're going to have like a 2-step skincare routine process, you want a 1-step skincare routine process, or if you're like me, you're just like your face loves everything, you can just slather it all on. Whatever it is, it's going to work so well together. And I truly feel like that's what is really like So it's really nice about this line. It's like, obviously I love the rice everywhere, but I just appreciate it when I can use something and it works really well for me, and when my husband uses it and it works really well for him, because he has like 2 steps max and he's done, you know? So like that is what I love about it. And so keep in mind the sunscreen texture is going to be a little bit thicker, but I still feel like it works really well. I have not had, for example, like issues with like breakouts because like the sunscreen is a little bit too heavy, too thick. I have not had any issues like that, and so I really enjoyed this one. Okay, we are going to wrap up this video. The baby is getting fussy, and that means the baby needs to take priority at the moment, but I hope you guys enjoy this. There is so many amazing products from this line that I really enjoy. There's still some that I've still been trying out, like particularly on the cleansers, because it takes me forever to get through cleansers, and also I feel like I need to kind of stabilize the rest of my routine and then try out the cleanser as like a new thing on its own. That's basically it for this video. You can buy all of the House of Dohwa things on Coréelle, and I just want to once again say I am just so excited to have found this brand, because I just feel like rice is so amazing of an ingredient. Like it has been like a lifesaver for me and a complete game changer, and I just really love it when a skincare brand kind of like tailors some of the products to all different types of skin types, and I feel like that's just really what makes all of this so innovative. So thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you from this person that I'm holding in my hands that you cannot see, because he's getting fussy, and so I'm gonna be off attending to this person, and I hope to see you guys in my next video very soon. I have so many new products I'm trying out. I just need to find the time to be able to film, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.